elite squads of ICE, Border Patrol, and federal law enforcement officers to hunt.
By the way, this is why you can't outflank the Republicans on this issue, man. Kamala Harris will come out and be like, I'm going to be the border. I'm going to be Border Patrol. I'm doing Border Patrol. You don't understand. I'm going to secure the border. These migrants, I'm going to secure it. I promise you. Okay? And maybe we'll do some more immigrant processing on the side. Okay? But I'm going to secure the border. Trump doesn't want to secure the border. He wants a talking point. He wants a talking point. It's like you just gave him the talking point. And all you've done in that situation is prime your audience, prime your voters into believing that there is a genuine national security problem. That's it.
Elite squads of ICE, Border Patrol, and federal law enforcement officers to hunt down, arrest, and deport every last illegal alien gang member until there is not a single one left in this country.
Oh, well, he said gang member. Yeah, he thinks they're all gang members, you fucking idiot. He thinks every undocumented illegal alien migrant, and it probably sucks to recognize this for yourself, but if you agree in any way, shape, or form with this, you probably are Adolf Hitler too. That's it. And a lot of Americans have that Hitlerian dog in them, okay? In their hearts, they got that. Now the problem, or I guess not the problem necessarily, but like the upside of this is that they are also very stupid and simultaneously don't recognize how cruel and unusual and unnecessary this punishment is until it happens. And then they'll go, oh my God, this was so bad. Who could have guessed it? And that bears itself in the data quite a bit because the very same Americans by 60% that say we need mass deportation now are also saying we need to set up pathways of citizenship for these undocumented migrants that are, our neighbors that are living on U.S. soil. By far the most annoying independent I talked to in Michigan, far north of the state, is Harris isn't going far enough to secure our border people. I gently asked how the border impacts them. Worst I got was, I don't want to lose a job to them. Unemployed housewife. Median voter broke by the TV media. Absolutely. Absolutely. The funniest part about it is that Michigan, it doesn't matter where they're at, right? They are surrounded by undocumented migrants and they like them. Every American thinks it's some other secret, shadowy, scary undocumented migrant that's going to get deported and not their fun neighbor that they like that's going to get deported in this process. That's the problem. It's the same shit that happened with abortion. There are Republicans that were like, yeah, we really do need to restrict abortion. And then it happened. They're like, oh my God, what the fuck? I never thought that like my daughter might get this necessary medical treatment. Oh, this was a bad idea because you're fucking stupid. You're stupid. But I also fault the Democratic Party for not actively communicating that this would be devastating, not only for just your neighbors that you take for granted and like, but also for the American economy. That's the problem. I fault the Democratic Party for not actually putting up a fight so that the Republicans can focus on tackling the things that the Democrats are doing. When Democrats move to the left, the Republicans come along with them and try to fight tooth and nail to claw back any sort of progressive momentum that the Democrats put forward. When the Democrats don't do that, they get comfortable and they act like, oh no, we're going to take this shit for granted. We're going to take these voters for granted. The Republicans can move the country further and further right. And if the Democrats go along with this right-wing attitude, with this right-wing sentiment, if they keep repeating it over and over again, they go even further right.
And if they come back into our country, they will be told it is an automatic 10-year sentence in jail with no possibility of parole. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer.
Turkish right-wingers being like, there's some issues that Trump is right on. Like what? Trump is ahead on the economy, inflation, and immigration. Harris is ahead on healthcare and cares about people like you. Trump stands up for the American worker by 47. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is a messaging failure on all fronts, dude. This is a communication disaster. Like, oh my God. Trump stands up for the American worker. He literally had a pathetic man-child, billionaire, narcissistic man-baby do an interview of him, glazing him, and they talked about firing striking workers. Like, gleefully, they laughed about it. Oh my God. Yeah, immigration and border security, 52%. Best able to handle. Why? Why is it that only 36% of Americans believe Kamala Harris is best to handle immigration and border security, whereas 52% think Trump is better? Well, the answer is simple. It's because the Democrats have completely dropped the ball on the issue of immigration. They are captive to right-wing framing on the matter. And when you are telling everyone that your opponent is right on the matter, they're going to go with your opponent, who has always been right on the matter then. Greg Sargent, staff writer at the New Republic News. Dems are seriously second-guessing some of the strategies of the biggest pro-Harris super PAC future forward. They worry outreach to young and non-whites is faltering and think Trump was able to rehabilitate his favorables too easily. No way. What? How? I'm so confused. It turns out I can see certain realities from this goddamn living room in Los Angeles, California, better than these fucking excellent expert analysts do. I've been saying this for months. Fuck! Didn't you say this like yesterday and for the past 3 months? Yes. Every single fucking day. Every single day I've been saying this. Every single day. And I said similar things about the Biden administration as well when Biden was running for re-election. Oh my God. Who could have foreseen this? I know Harris Staver, the whole campaign, she was just living her best life and thrilled by the record-breaking donos, totally put the car before the horse. Yeah, it's funny because the record-breaking donos came because Kamala Harris represented a change and a response to public pressure. That swap out was why she got this momentum. All of a sudden, these same demographics that were primed, that were embarrassed to have to go out and vote for this old man running up against an old man as well, were like, oh shit, this is good. This is new. We like this. We're going to gift you. We're going to give you positive reinforcement. You gave us what we wanted. And then they looked at that and were like, oh yeah, let's just fuck this entire thing up. Okay, let's just fuck it up. I said when I went to the DNC, I was like, they're doing victory laps for no fucking reason. This is a close race. What are y'all doing? Liberal framing, but what do you think about this argument? She could personally arrest and deport every Haitian immigrant in America and frack enough natural gas to render all of Pennsylvania uninhabitable, and the median voter would still think she's too liberal. Just embrace it. Fighting it is a losing battle. Yeah, no, this is a little libbed up, but she's right. This is why I say what I say. It's the same equation that you need to understand that it is a one-to-one with the way that people see Biden. They perceive Biden as weak, okay? They see Biden as weak when it comes to Israel especially, right? They see him as old, weak, and feeble. They don't think he is a strong enough leader. Donald Trump, on the other hand, they see as a strong leader. You've said this before, but focus groups have said about 5 to 8% of the economy, crime, and immigration numbers are strictly because she's a woman and black. A bunch of people don't trust her on anything because of that. I know, which is why trying to capture the fucking coalition of voters that a racist 700-year-old white man captured is not a smart fucking campaigning strategy. This is what I've been saying for fucking months. I said this is going to be a 2008 Barack Obama rerun. If she does that, she's going to win. If she fucking still tries to do the fucking Joe Biden voters, the white suburbians, she's going to lose. The same people that went for Joe Biden were like, yeah, he's stable. He's racist enough. I like him. They're never going to look at a black woman and go, you know what? I've taken this seriously. I think she's going to be a good cop. No. You know what a black woman will never be? A racist old white man, okay? She will never be Joe Biden. So why the fuck would you bring his campaign on board to run his campaign strategy? Could you explain why abortion would be reinstated under Harris but somehow hasn't been under Biden? Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but it looks like it's also an issue that the Dems don't want to deal with because they wanted to run on it. It's a bit of both. They didn't want to deal with it because they could potentially run on it, but they also didn't want to deal with it because they're fucking cowardly and so completely captured by mainstream narratives that you saw. That's why NPR would be like, abortion is a divisive issue. Roe v. Wade is a divisive issue. It was never a divisive issue. 75% of the public was completely committed to Roe v. Wade, so much so that every single Trump-appointed Supreme Court justice on the public record lied to the American public and said, it's a super precedent. Amy Covert Beretta literally came out and was like, oh, it's a super precedent. Like, of course we're not going to touch Roe v. Wade. And then they did anyway. They lied. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. You can't do shit. Okay. These are appointed positions. They'll do whatever the fuck they want. So what happens when Trump wins? I'll tell you right now. Okay. Donald Trump wins in November 5th. The next day, resistance libs are back. First, they're going to attack the left. They're going to be like, Muslims are the reason why Donald Trump won. Leftists are the reason why Donald Trump won. Oh, guess what? we're going to enjoy the show now. You did this to yourselves, okay? Good luck being deported. And then they are going to slowly but surely build the resistance liberal network. The entire networks are going to forget their coverage nonstop about how, immigrants constitute a genuine national security threat, because everyone's going to start feeling the fucking pain. They're going to start noticing that their neighbors are getting fucking door knocked. All of a sudden, everyone recognizes how bad that policy was, even though they loudly and boldly declared how good that was when 60% of the country was seemingly on board with it. We are going to get a rerun of the Trump years, okay? That's it. That's what's going to happen. Every single liberal is first going to attack the left, and then they're going to turn around and still attack the left every now and then, but mostly start uniting under a broader progressive momentum. You'll probably see a bunch of people like Kamala Harris, unironically, also see that loud momentum and start saying, abolish ICE again, only to run on pro-ICE next time the election cycle comes around.